What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic dropping a car vlog. Hope you guys and gals are having a wonderful day. Nobody tells you today, remember that God loves you, Christ loves you, and I love you as well. Just left work on the way to get a change, but I did want to go live a little bit to speak about something real quick. Make sure you subscribe to the Take It On podcast where I talk about professional wrestling topics and I put in my matches as Classic Alpha, a professional wrestler of 13 years. Make sure you also subscribe to C3 Ultimate Wrestling. That is me and my wife's professional wrestling company. We have all of our matches from C3 from the first show all the way to the last show, which was the 11th hour. Also on the Take It On podcast, I have my matches as Classic Alpha from Fab Wrestling to Now That's Wrestling to C3 Ultimate Wrestling. Almost anywhere I went to, I try to record a majority of my matches, so make sure you guys look at that and subscribe. God bless Raphael. I hope everything is going well with you. February 21st, Big Business, BIG Business. Get your tickets now. Dyer, Indiana, Harold's Private Venue. Get your tickets on the event right there. $5 off the W, $5 more at the door. Correct. Almost New Year's. New Year's is 3 days away. So, doing great. I hope all is well with you. Wrestling, random wrestling, whatever goes to my mind. I wanted to speak about a couple things, but I just didn't know what to name it. Honestly, I try not to put a long title or whatever. So I'm just gonna speak about what I want to speak about. So there's a site that shared that Ricochet, apparently, allegedly, I don't think Ricochet said it, that he said basically WWE wanted to keep Tozawa and Otis and didn't want to keep him. Now, I know it's circulating. It's not circulating a lot, but I don't think that Ricochet said that. Ricochet does say some wild stuff, and he does, obviously stand up for the company he wrestles for, and there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, you can have a hint of delusion in there, here or there, but still, I don't think that he definitely said that. One, because I know he's very cool with Tozawa, especially in the independent days. And two, I just don't think he would say that. He can't come off as messy, but yeah, Rico's funny. I don't think he said it. Unless somebody can correct me and say, like he said it on Twitter. I don't go to Twitter. Twitter is not, or X, whatever you want to call it. It's not exciting to me. It's not interesting to me. What's going on, Bree? It's not interesting to me at all. So I don't really go on X or Twitter like that. It's rare. So still, I don't think he said that. But I know there are some wrestlers that feel that way. Do y'all remember CM Punk? Y'all remember when he was like upset with WWE? And I remember they did like the Best in the World DVD when he came back. And, other stuff and promos. He spoke about like how he hated how The Miz was getting all kind of stuff at main event and he felt like he needed to. Remember that? Like, I know that we call Drew McIntyre one of the biggest haters, but low-key, Punk was on that hating stuff too. Like, Punk was talking about The Miz's awesome balloon letters and stuff like that. Like, what did The Miz do to this man? The Miz did nothing to CM Punk, but he was so mad at everybody, like The Miz caught a little bit of it. So, I don't know. Like I said, I doubt if Ricochet said it, but at the same time, like, it did remind me of like how CM Punk was just so irritated with The Miz and stuff like that because he felt that he was a better wrestler than The Miz and felt like he should have got better opportunities and platforms than The Miz did. So, did you see on YouTube where AJ didn't sign the belt? I did see that. Sometimes it goes into the Ricochet thing, is you're showing loyalty to the company that you wrestle for. So, the kid probably brought the AEW belt, or maybe whoever brought it. I don't know who had it. But like I said, a kid, I probably would have signed it, but I do understand why. There are strict rules for them to do. I know a lot of people compared it to Darby Allin when somebody gave him a WWE title to sign, and he looked at it weird, and then he eventually signed it. So I do know people are going to be like, oh, well, you go to AEW, they'll sign any belt. And it's like, all right, cool, I guess that's what you take from that, but still, I know some people probably going to feel a certain way about AJ Styles not signing it because they're like, hey, why don't you just sign it? It's just a belt. It's not just a belt. It's a belt that represents another company. Like, when I look at a WWE show, I don't see any AEW shirts. You may see WWE shirts or wrestlers who wrestle for WWE shirts in the AEW crowd, but to my knowledge, I haven't seen an AEW shirt. They probably make them change it. I mean, you can only have certain signs. You can't say anything crazy with your signs and stuff too. So I could definitely see that. yeah, somebody definitely did it to Darby. So I'm not upset with AJ. I know a lot of people get mad when like celebrities or athletes sign autographs, and I'm like, sometimes you can't just go up to people and just want them to sign an autograph. I know this is so random, but like sometimes these people have moods too. They're humans, and sometimes they may be having a bad day, and like running up to them with a sharpie and a pencil. I mean, a sharpie and a paper or a pencil and a paper. Sometimes that takes them off guard and stuff like that. And it's just like, I do see people who react very rude. I see people just walk up and like floor somebody. I remember Rhea Ripley. She was trying to go to her Uber when they were Clash in Paris. She was literally just going to her Uber, and she got floored with a lot of fans that was just walking around taking selfies without her permission and stuff. She tried to get into the car, and then like I guess the guy didn't want to open the door because he didn't know who she was or what was going on because it was so many people, and that delayed her getting into the car because people wanted to take pictures. I've seen Rhea Ripley being very tired in an airport, signing everybody's autographs and stuff like that. And I've also saw Rey Mysterio turn down autographing people's Rey Mysterio figures because it was the same figures, and he knew that they were going to sell it. That's why they were recording. They were recording because they wanted to show people that these are authentic autographs. And he said, "I'll sign one or two, but I'm not signing all of them." But going back into the AJ thing, if you didn't feel like signing it, there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, sometimes people are going to use that. It'll go viral. It's probably viral now. But still, what's going on, Evelina? What's going on, Joey? Joey Quinn Podcast. What's going on? But still, even with the Ricochet thing, it's just like, I don't think he said it. If he did, he was just trolling because I know he does have a good relationship with Cesaro for the most part. I don't think he said it. Another thing, hold on, let me get some water. I'm trying to drink health. I'm trying to be healthy, y'all. So, World's End, that's what it's called. AW show happened last Saturday. Some people like it, some people didn't. For the most part, I am hearing more positive stuff. But then I am hearing certain things. Like, I do know that MJF is the new champion, the world champion. He's a two-time world champion. So within a few months, we had 3 wrestlers become two-time world champions. Adam Page, then Samoa Joe, now MJF. Now, obviously, I don't know who MJF pinned or whatever, but it was like Samoa Joe just got the belt. So if Samoa Joe got pinned, I wouldn't be surprised. But then if he didn't get pinned, it's like, why did y'all even put the belt on the guy? Like, why didn't you just keep it on Adam Page? But yeah, why didn't you just have MJF beat Adam Page the first time instead of giving him that contract that he just cashed in? I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch it like that, but still. Anyway, 6-7. Still, I saw that. I also saw, I saw Jon Moxley, they called it a cutthroat suplex. First of all, I've never heard of it like that. It looked like a top rope avalanche German, but he gave him a cutthroat suplex. He gave it to Kyle Fletcher, and Fletcher landing on top of his head. So a lot of people are showing concern for Kyle Fletcher, and a lot of people are like, why are they doing this move? This move is dangerous. Why didn't he protect his head or his neck? And I keep telling y'all, they keep doing that over there. Y'all see it. Most of us see it. Most people see these kind of things, and these are injuries that linger. And even if thank God his neck isn't broken, you can probably still feel numbness or tingliness or stingers and stuff like that. Like, you gotta watch it. So I know a lot of people online, wrestlers and non-wrestlers, have spoken about it. William Regal has spoken about it because he shows his neck. He said he broke his neck twice. And then he was like, when he broke his neck the second time, he still tried to do stuff and then wound up making his neck worse than what it was. And he was telling people to protect your neck. That goes for wrestlers taking German suplexes and any kind of suplexes or anything that makes your neck or your back in a uncompromising and uncomfortable position. You have to protect your neck. If you are trained correctly, you are supposed to train to protect your neck. You have to do those kind of things, right? Wrestlers should know this. Like, that's like one-on-one. Like, these moves already hurt as much as they do, but you still want to protect yourself. You still don't want to hurt yourself. You still don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to die. There's wrestlers who have died in the ring from broken necks, or guys who have gotten paralyzed from it and was never 100% again. Like, you see these kind of things a lot. So, Will Regal's one of those guys that a lot of people love and respect, right? A lot of people love that when he speaks about stuff and says things. So my thing is this: if y'all respect him like y'all say he do, then do what he asks. Do what he asks about protecting yourself. And then other wrestlers have showed that they have had broken necks and how stuff has happened. We're looking at this stuff. It's not just trying to just harp on AEW, but AEW does a lot where they like promote this kind of carnage with some of the stunts and stuff. Last week Darby Allin was thrown down some stairs. This is the second time Darby Allin has been thrown down some stairs, y'all. Like, we've seen, like I said, like, when you see these kind of things, it may be the first time you see it, but it ain't the first time they did it. Like, yeah, AEW. Like, Darby has got, was it Ethan Page? He threw him down some stairs. And then, what's his name? Gabe Kidd, he just threw him down some stairs. Like, this dude just came back from an injury, and they throwing him down some stairs some more. Like, some people can tell you how dangerous it is to go downstairs. So you going down willingly is crazy. And then this is what I be saying. I try to promote and tell people, like, this is already a dangerous sport that we do, but try to protect yourself and be safe. I mean, even look at Bryan Danielson, right? WWE wanted him to do a lighter schedule. They didn't want him to wrestle as much as he wanted to, and he was like, I want to. And then when he went to AEW, he started getting injuries. Broke his arm, he had other issues and stuff like that, and it was just scary. It was like very scary to see it because he wants to give his all in wrestling, but I'm just saying, your body could be telling you to stop doing that. Now, I know he doesn't wrestle anymore or whatever like that, but still, just to come in and wrestle some people you want to. We talked about the dangerous matches that Jon Moxley has and Darby has, and people bleeding and hitting each other and stuff like that, in a blood and guts match where Sky Blue was just bleeding, and for some reason people's like she's the MVP because she's bleeding, and it's just like, what did she do that was profound in the match? What did she do? They're selling shirts with her bleeding, and it's like, what did she do? What did she do still? Oh, she needs a title match because she's bleeding? See, I don't understand that, but still, definitely one of those things that you just have to protect yourself, especially as a wrestler and things like that. And if you are a wrestler looking at this, please get insurance. Stop thinking that GoFundMe is going to help you. Investing in yourself is a big thing. I know a lot of people get gear, a lot of people get podcast stuff, a lot of people get wrestling stuff and all of that, workout equipment to invest to get better. Get some insurance. Still, I know Moxley is the Continental Champion. He won the Continental Classic, and he won it, and apparently he cut a promo, and he's a good guy now. So Okada isn't the Continental Champion, and they ended the Unified Championship. I don't know. It's too many belts. What I seen, the Unified belt is defunct. So now I guess he has one belt, and then Okada has another belt. So he lost one. It's too many belts, man. It's too many belts. It's just too many belts. So Moxley has the belt. I don't know. He's a Grand Slam champion. I don't know what's going on, Animator. I don't know what's going on with that. But still, I know like a big thing is that everybody's talking about good and bad things that have happened in AEW. I know that is it Heian and Maya World? They got signed to an All Elite contract. So shout out to them. Hopefully they get a chance to show out and showcase what they can do. I know some people have said they have great matches and they like what they do. If you guys don't know, these two, they replaced Nixon Newell, whatever her name is, and Miranda Alizé. They replaced them because what happened was they were booked to have a short match in AEW, and then they decided that it didn't benefit them, it didn't benefit the company. They felt the match should have been longer, so they said they left. And they said it was no foul or no harm towards AEW and them. AEW's not calling them back, but still, it was just like they saying, "Oh, well, we'll tell you what happened. We'll tell you what happened." And then when they started speaking, way worse than what the speculation was. You're not signed, and they're paying you, and they're bringing you. So obviously they have their eye on you, and you're like, "Nah, there's 3-minute matches that are gonna happen." So it's just like, if you can't even do that for a company that's bringing you in, why should they sign you? Honestly, they had enough women for them to go against them anyway, to go against some of the women anyway. But still, Yeah, like I said, Mox isn't my cup of tea as far as wrestling, but teach their own. Can't take away that he's not the heart and soul of AEW and stuff, and he does give 100%. I think the thing is, though, he's done so much, he feels like he doesn't need to learn anything. And I feel like, just because you are successful and you can even be the heart and soul of a company, doesn't mean that you can't grow. And I felt that Moxley has been stagnant this whole time with the hardcore deathmatch bleeding stuff and the Death Riders. Like, the Death Riders, nobody can still tell me what the Death Riders was meant to be and what their purpose was, and I'll say, oh, okay, that makes sense. None of it makes sense at all. None of it made sense, especially when they started teaming with the Young Bucks, who was the authority. And then all of a sudden, you teaming with them. It made no sense. We're taking the company back, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, bro, you are a part of the company. You're like a main focal point of the company. So what are you talking about? Still. So going back to it, those two women, basically they left and they said like it was nothing bad business between them and all of that. I'm like, AW not bringing you back, and I wouldn't bring you in as a booker. Now I'm sitting here saying I'm better than anybody and I'm looking down, but at the same time, it's just like when you call producers and you contact and stuff, and you're like, nah, this ain't gonna work. You're already showing me how you gonna act when I sign you, and I pay you. When I put you on the payroll, you're already showing how you gonna act. So Maya World and Hyan or Hian, if I say your name wrong, please forgive me. They are signed, and hopefully it's not just because they were replacements. Like, trust me, a revolving door happens in wrestling. Revolving doors in wrestling, they are synonymous. But at the same time, don't just do that. Oh, well, I just want to show that if you do right, you can get booked. Like, hopefully, it's something that they showcase them right and they do right by them. You know what I'm saying? Because, AEW can be petty as well. I know a lot of people talk about WWE, but AEW can be on some petty stuff, pettiness to another level. Y'all know they can. But still. So it's very interesting week for like AEW and stuff like that. And then on WWE, they're promoting Oba, they're promoting a lot of other stuff and everything that's going on with them. I know a lot of people are upset about Jade because Jade has been the champion for like 56 days and they're saying she has no title defenses. And I say, so what? First of all, she's a bad girl. She's a heel. They're not even really supposed to be trying to face each other, fight all the time. They're champions. Usually, if you want to see the champions fight all the time, you go to a PLE or you buy tickets or you get you watch it online and stuff like that. 56 days and counting apparently. She's wrestled a couple times. Might not have been title matches, but she wrestled. So it's like you can't sit here and just be like, oh, well, she's just completely inactive. She's not doing nothing. She's not doing a Brock Lesnar schedule where she's taking off every month or so with the belt or whatever. She's on TV. So why are we mad that she hasn't defended the title? Like some people already feel like she didn't deserve to win the title. So y'all mad she's not defending the title y'all didn't think she deserved? I think they're doing fine. Jade is a powerhouse. Jade should be a walking cheat code, and I think they're doing great. She doesn't need to wrestle every week. And even when she wasn't the champion, she wasn't wrestling every week. Tiffany wasn't wrestling every week. Like, what are we doing here, man? I get it. You want a fighting champion. If you want a fighting champion, you got to look at Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Well, good guys that actually want to fight. Heels, even if they are unstoppable and crazy forces, immovable objects, irresistible forces, sometimes they shouldn't have to because they don't care. Why should they? I know she's doing the thing with a Michin or whatever. Basically, Michin is going to be fed to Jade. Who knows? Probably get them a hardcore match because they, Michin and a kendo stick or a table. That's just something that they put together with her and all of that. The Blasian baddie and all of that, it's more interesting than the long back attack that she does, but still, I know a lot of people are upset about that. Some people are happy about Carmelo Hayes being the United States champion. A lot of people have been asking and been saying like, Hayes has been like on the back burner. Oh, well, he's not ready. He needs to be a champion. Triple H don't push black folk. That's going to always be the thing. And to me, even him winning, I'm happy that he won it. Hopefully it's a good brain. Hopefully it's not just a hot potato thing. Hopefully it's just something that's very, very good for him. Hopefully it's not a here darn moment. Here, just be happy that we have this for you so you can't complain, because people are going to complain regardless. It's just the way of the world. But still, we'll see where it goes with that. Man, I'm in the Midwest, man, and it was like the weather was so good yesterday. It was raining a little bit. I wake up this morning, it's a little snow, and it's freezing outside. Like, this Midwest weather is just so crazy. So crazy. Oh, wait. But yeah, I didn't want to speak about that for a little bit. I'll probably go live tomorrow in the morning, but I didn't want to speak about that for a little bit. Small thing. So I hope you guys and gals are having a wonderful day. Shout out to y'all. This is Chris Classic. Have a blessed day. Let's take it home.